Hey, good morning, guys. Praful here. Welcome back and thanks for joining in. Today is the 6th of April, the Wednesday ahead of the first expiry of this financial year. And we gapped down by quite an amount because there was positivity all over the place because of the HDFC merger and some, intended peace talks between Russia and Ukraine. But since yesterday afternoon 1 o'clock, there has been a constant selling, and that selling has continued in the form of gap down. So after the gap down, what I thought was a decent deal on the call premiums wasn't decent enough because in this up move, ये जो दो candle में जो up move हो गया, in that up move, the calls almost this 18050 calls, which I shorted at almost 19 rupees. So I had to cover them back at almost 27, 28, and that made a high of 33. In just a span of 5 to 6 minutes, that 18 rupee ka option, it made a high of 33, that almost doubled, and because of which I had to take all those calls away to 18100, and the puts also been pushed from 600 to 650 and 650 to 700. तो आज मैं थोड़ा बहुत hedges लेके मतलब मुझे काम करना पड़ रहा है. That's mainly because I have taken some amount of money out of this account to pay the taxes for the last financial year. So in spite of my position being like not super bullish, I would say slightly bullish, because this put option should decay much more than what this call option should spike. In spite of that, the mark to market hasn't been improving. So I can still say that the call option spike is much more than the put option decay. So if at all we breach the day's high, then probably that is the place where I'll be risking away the calls and pushing the puts as well. So currently down by around 1 point, and almost ये put option से almost 2.3 rupees पे मैंने buy किया था. ये put option suddenly 1.5 पे चला गया, but again can't help it. So sometimes you will tend to lose on the hedges, and ये तो थोड़ा ज्यादा ही मतलब lose out हो गया. Let's see. I'm just like 1 point से भी नीचे है, and idea क्या रहेगी. So until this low, ये जो third candle का जो low है, either that or day's high, till both of them are breached, no adjustments to be done. If that is breached, then I'll be looking forward to make one adjustment. Adjustment kya rahegi, I'm not sure. It depends on how much this call option spikes and how much this put option would have given. So if the put option would have given a lot, then probably I'd just risk off the call. And if the put option hasn't given, if the put option stays as is, and if the call option spikes by a lot, then probably I'll have to take some additional put side credit and wait for an IV cool off. So that would be the approach. मतलब कभी तो मतलब मुझे क्वांटिटी बढ़ाने का भी मन कर रहा है, बट आई विल डू इट ओनली आई एम रियली कॉन्फिडेंट. अगर ज्यादा ही कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ तभी तो करूंगा, वरना आई एम स्टिल कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट. देखेंगे. द टारगेट फॉर द डे इज अराउंड 25-30K. तो 25-30K 10 पॉइंट्स, आई डोंट थिंक 10 पॉइंट्स विल गेट लाइक इजीली. काफी मतलब नचाएगा मार्केट, because the premiums are pretty abhi we are already, look at this, like we are already trading at almost 18 ka VIX, though because of the gap down the VIX has shot up by around 2%, but that's pretty insignificant compared to how much we have crashed in the last 1 week. So we are trading below 18, below 19. So yeah, the premiums are pretty small, the premiums are pretty low, and you will have to wait throughout the day, and the market has to not move much, because implied volatility to kam ho gaya. So whether the realized volatility is adhering to what the implied volatility is saying is what the question is. So we are cost to cost. In fact, we are positive, but because of the hedges we are down. So I'll let you guys. So time is 10:45, and the market not just broke the day's low but gave a retracement and broke that low also. तो यहाँ पे जो 2 days before का जो लो था, that also has been taken out, but वहां से एक sudden एक reversal आ रहा है, and my position looks something like this. I'm down by almost 3.5 points, so the quantity is around 4,000. So I have slightly increased my quantities. So the kind of put movement was just absolutely, it was shocking. The puts just blew up like anything. So if you look at this, in a span of 1 minute, so I'll be just showing this. Look at this. In a span of like 3-4 minutes, from 28 to 42, just 3-4 minutes में continuously puts blow up हो गए, and yeah, because of which my position also went into a drawdown. So currently the position looks something like this: 18,000 call and 17,600 put. So which are both almost 200 points away from each other, but the calls are slightly trading at a higher premium. But I won't say that the calls are higher, but I'll be betting on the puts are lower. So puts काफी कम प्रीमियम पे ट्रेड कर रहा है. सो द आइडिया इज वंस दिस रीचेस अराउंड 25 कॉल्स, अगर 25 रीच हो गए तो बिकॉज दैट वुड बी द स्विंग अराउंड, या स्विंग के आसपास आ जाएगा. तो 25 ये बड़ा कैंडल के ऊपर अगर क्लोज देता है तो देन द कॉल्स वुड बी टेकन अवे टू 18,050. फाइनली सम रिस्पाइट, एंड इन दिस अप मूव इट वाज अ ह्यूज अप मूव. मतलब कॉल साइड भी काफी बड़े, बट उसके हिसाब से देयर वाज अ डिसेंट कॉम्पेंसेशन फ्रॉम द पुट साइड, बिकॉज ऑफ विच from almost 3 point down, we are up half a point. So one thing I wanted to address here for you guys who have been following me for quite some time, you guys know that I'm not a big fan of sitting on the options which are 12 rupees and 13 rupees, especially if it's a non-expiry day. ठीक है, expiry day पे थोड़ा बहुत चलता है, but especially on non-expiry days, I don't like sitting on such low premiums. Usually I try to come closer. But if you see, the premiums are so beaten up कि even 17,650 put option is at 12 rupees, 17,718 rupees पे है, 750 option some 24-25 rupees पे है. So it doesn't make sense to actually sit on those kinds of options. And another important thing is there's a transition going on, right? तो अभी तक 30 बिक्स पहुंचे थे, 30 से अभी नीचे आ रहे, अभी भी आर बिलो 18. तो 18 के आसपास विक्स पे चल रहा है, एंड अभी न्यूज कंप्लीटली एलिमिनेट नहीं हुआ है मार्केट से. सो देयर हैज बीन स्टिल सम अमाउंट ऑफ न्यूज फ्लो दैट इज देयर इन द मार्केट, बिकॉज ऑफ विच, ठीक है, आई एम नॉट वेरी कंफर्टेबल प्लेइंग एग्रेसिवली. मैं करूंगा, I'll be sitting on a 50 point, 100 point, 150 point triangles. I'll be sitting on those options also. But I want this week's environment to last for a week or two. तो थोड़ा मतलब एक 2-3 वीक ऐसे लो वीक्स एनवायरनमेंट में, वंस वी गेट टू नो दैट ओके मार्केट का रेंज ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक 100-150 पॉइंट्स के अंदर रह सकता है. वंस दैट इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड, ठीक है, वंस दैट इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड, आई विल स्टार्ट टेकिंग higher risk by sitting on a closer options. But as of now, not interested to sit any closer. That's mainly because I don't know how it's gonna turn out, right? तो अभी मतलब लोग आंख बंद करके अंधाधुंध से मतलब ऑप्शंस को लेफ्ट राइट शॉर्ट कर रहे हैं. ओके, दिस माइट वर्क आउट इन देयर फेवर, और the realized volatility might be turn out to be much higher than the implied volatility. So the best way is to stay risk averse and test the waters. ठीक है, तो देखेंगे क्या होता है. Time is 1 o'clock and I've decided to close my positions. That mainly because this candle has been formed. So एक बड़ा रेंज कैंडल फॉर्म कर लिया, एंड इट हैज टेकन अ वेरी गुड रेजिस्टेंस फ्रॉम 17,900, एंड मेरा पोजीशन थोड़ा बुलिश था. आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग a consolidation here and then a further breakout, but that didn't materialize, and the put options which had lost a lot of their value, so they again gained back. So because of which I have closed my positions at just a mere 1 point gain. So probably we have to call it cost to cost day, because ऑलमोस्ट एक 2,000-2,500 रुपए तो मतलब ब्रोकरेज एंड चार्जेस पे गया रहता है. एंड आई डोंट इंटेंड टू टेक एनी फर्दर पोजिशंस, दैट मेनली बिकॉज आई डोंट थिंक द प्रीमियम्स आर दैट अट्रैक्टिव. सो द प्रीमियम्स माइट स्टार्ट टू स्पाइक इफ वी see the breach of this day slow. अगर day slow को breach कर देता है, then immediately the premiums might spike back. So yeah, not a great day, and it has been a series of very weird Wednesdays. So can't complain. It's just the nature of the markets. The premiums have lost quite a bit overnight पे, मतलब काफी ज्यादा डीके हो रहा है, and even the VIX has come down below 20. अगर 20 के नीचे वाले VIX में ही अगर इतना प्रीमियम का हाल है, तो if at all we head to somewhere around 15, then it will be pretty hard to trade the markets, especially these kinds of spikes. ठीक है, मार्केट पूरा दिन तो छोटे 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 कैंडल्स बनाता रहता है, एंड यू विल बी ऑलवेज इन एन एंटिसिपेशन कि हाँ अब मार्केट में स्पाइक आ सकता है, अब आ सकता है, अब आ सकता है, एंड द मोमेंट, एंड फाइनली द मार्केट गिव्स यू अ वेरी काम मार्केट, एंड द मोमेंट इट गिव्स यू द स्पाइक विल नॉट बी इन अ पोजीशन टू हैंडल इट. तो अभी भी मतलब ऐसे ही हो रहा है. तो आई कुड हैव वेटेड up until this point, but then I thought that okay, it doesn't make sense to cling on to the positions just because I'm in the position. So yeah, close the position now around flat day. I hope you guys had a good trading day. Market flat hi hai, but because of the low premiums, even this flat market can seem to be troublesome. So it can pose a lot of problems. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.